Hey everyone, it's Carissa at Sprinkled with Glitter. Thanks for joining me today. Today I am creating a card that's all about the feels that I have for the crafting industry. And that includes everyone who watches my video, reads my blog, all of the fabulous people that I get to work with in this crafting industry. So this card is dedicated to that. And I'm starting out today with this climbing clematis or clematis. I don't know. I am no botanist by any means. I'm not a huge floral knower about her. So anyway, this set is from Altenew, and I am taking the solid portions of these layering stamps, and I am inking them up in Altenew's Heartbeat ink, and I'm stamping them onto some Neenah Solar White heavyweight cardstock. Now, to intensify that ink, I went ahead and re-inked the stamps again and stamped them right on top. Because I'm using my Misty stamping tool, it's really easy to do that. And today I'm going to take a little shortcut on these layering images. I'm going to skip right to the third layer of these, and I'm only going to use 2 layers on these stamps. That's because, number one, I don't have a ton of time today. And number 2, I wanted to show you that you can get great results by skipping a layer or 2. You don't have to use every single layer every time. Now this time I'm using the Altenew Vineyard Berry ink. I really wanted a rich burgundy color, and so that's what I'm kind of going for. Now I did use the inner portions of these stamps, and I stamped them in some espresso ink. I thought it was a nice alternative to black. And then I'm taking the coordinating dies and I'm running these through my Gemini Junior and die cutting these images, and I'm just going to set those aside while I work on my card front. Now, I've been inspired by some of these images that I've seen on Pinterest. They have like these gold frames and all this greenery and floral. So that's kind of my jumping off point here today. So I'm taking a bunch of different greenery stamps. These are from various Altenew stamp sets. These that I'm using here, these kind of more airy ones, are from the Holiday Bow stamp set. That stamp set is amazing, by the way. I'm also using some greenery from the Floral Art Stamp Set, and I'm just kind of mixing up the greens that I'm using. So I'm using Frayed Leaf, Forest Glades, and Moss. And when I stamped this last one in Moss, I was like, whoa, that was a little overwhelming. So I went back and added a little bit more of this Frayed Leaf here. That's kind of the lightest tone. And I chose these florals or these greenery images from the Holiday Bows because they have a really light and airy feel, and some of the other ones are a little more dense. And you'll notice I didn't use all the layers from those either. Now, in order to create that gold frame look that I'm going for, that I was so inspired by, I took a couple of rectangle dies and I kind of nestled them together. I ran them through my die cut machine, held together with some painter's tape, and that gave me this really super delicate floral frame. And I die cut 2 of those because the inspiration that I had has like these overlapping gold frames, and that's really what I was going for. And in order to adhere these onto my card front, I'm just going to use a little Zig 2-way glue. I'm going to put that on the back of my frame, and I'm going to place those right over the top of that greenery that I stamped. Now, the gold paper that I'm using is the gold foil cardstock from Altenew. This is a great gold foil cardstock. I love this. It's not a mirror cardstock, but it's just got a really nice gold metallic sheen to it. Now, as I was putting this together, I was going for a really nice crimson or deep wine kind of colored red for my florals. And when I was looking at them now, I just didn't feel like I had the color that I was going for. So I'm going to place my die cut paper back into my Misty, and I'm going to place these die cut flowers back into their little spots here, and I'm going to re-stamp over the top of these. I know this is crazy, but sometimes when I have something in my mind, I got to find a way to do it, and this was the only way I could think of doing it without, completely starting over. So I put those flowers back into the die cut slots, and then I put on that third layer image that I used on these flowers the last time. And I just kind of tried to get it as best over the top of what was already there as I could. And now I'm taking some Hero Arts Red Royal ink and I'm stamping right over the top of what's already there. Same stamp as before, just a different ink color, and that was so much better, and I decided to intensify it even more by stamping it again. And I just have those, like I said, nestled into the negative portion that I had already die cut. Now I kind of wanted to tone down the base color a little bit too. It was a little orangey, that heartbeat. So I went ahead and put the solid images back over the top of these die cut flowers, and I stamped those in Vineyard Berry, and you can see now I have that really deep crimson color that I was really going for. Now once I have them the color that I want, I'm going to go ahead and add some foam adhesive to these flowers and arrange them around these frames. I have actually 3 layers of foam adhesive on that one on the upper right hand corner. I have 2 layers on the largest flowers and a single layer of foam adhesive on the flower underneath that sentiment there on the bottom. Now I'm bringing in some blush colors because I've been on Pinterest lately and I've seen a lot of wedding color schemes because, believe it or not, I will be planning a wedding in this next year. Not my own, but our oldest daughter is getting married, and so she's been looking at a lot of wedding color schemes, and this burgundy, deep dark burgundy, and this blush color seems to be popping up an awful lot, and I thought it was absolutely beautiful. So I brought in that blush color in the berries around the greenery, also in my sentiment strip and my card base. And I decided it needed a little more kind of earthy color, so I brought in some burlap twine and tied that kind of right underneath that sentiment strip as well. Now for the sentiment, I chose the "I'm so lucky to have you in my life" sentiment from the Sincere Greetings sentiment set from Altenew. And that is absolutely how I feel about every part of the crafting industry. There's so many wonderful people out there, from the viewers and the watchers and the followers and the commenters and the creators and the designers and the manufacturers. I am so lucky and so blessed to have each and every one of you in my life. And that today was what this card was all about, is celebrating every part of the crafting industry. And this card is a part of the Altenew Crafty Friends blog hop. I will have more information about that over at my blog, so be sure to head over there. I will have that linked in the YouTube description below. Over there you'll find more still shots, more information, a complete list of supplies, and some information on a ton of giveaways that Altenew is offering. As always, I will have links to the featured supplies in the description at YouTube, so check there if you're looking for something in particular. Thanks for stopping by and hanging out with me today. I hope you enjoyed this project. If you did, be sure to give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notifications so you don't miss any of my card making and paper crafting video tutorials. I'm so glad you're here. I'm so thankful that you are a watcher and a subscriber. And as always, thanks for watching. And until next time, I hope you have a fabulous day. Hey, thanks for sticking around to the very end. You know, if you've made it this far, you are one of my favorites. If you want to subscribe to my channel, go ahead and click the button on the left side of the screen. And here's a couple more video tutorials I thought you might enjoy.